Face it towards me. Okay.
3, 2,
Walking this way.
1.
Today we welcome you to explore the West Coast's diverse food scene with us, where international chefs blend their culinary roots with local flavors. Their dedication to tradition and adaptability gives rise to a delicious fusion of cuisines, reshaping the way we experience food and how the cultural mosaic is strengthened.
The West Coast is one of the strongest symbols of the immigration journey in the world. The gold rush and the railroad construction in the 19th century attracted tons of foreigners to North America. Over time, immigrants slowly infused their culture into our collective identity, reshaping the Western society that we live in today. One way of observing the cultural mosaic on the West Coast is through the lenses of food.
That's a Bob's Big Boy. During the 1950s, fast food was your go-to option after work. Burgers and fries, the restaurant industry was dominated by chains like McDonald's and In-N-Out. This trend of fast food was influenced by the car culture and originated in LA, making rise to the collective fast and free identity of the West Coast. It quickly took over the country as it provided customers with instant satisfaction and freedom to eat whatever they wanted and whenever they wanted it. Although they were initially successful, the food industry was quickly saturated with only one type of flavor. It was created unnecessary competition between restaurants, and people's palates were numb from eating the same food every day. That was until 1983, when the road of fast food and car culture took a sharp hairpin turn.
We just arrived at LAX, the city of angels. LA is actually one of the most culturally diverse cities in the world, which is why you can have places like this.
Okay.
In the 1980s, people started to seek new flavors, and entrepreneurs seized the future of fusion cuisines. In 1983, Andrew Chen created one of the most iconic restaurants of all time, Panda Express. He took the lead in combining the fast food culture in LA with flavors from China. He took traditional dishes from Hunan and adapted them to local palates, creating orange chicken, which everybody loves and knows about, and Beijing beef. These two dishes changed people's perspective on Chinese food and started a new trend in the food industry. Chinese fast food became such a big hit that some of the folks began to spread rumors about the usage of MSG, blaming headaches and sore throat on MSG and calling it Chinese restaurant syndrome. However, that did not stop people from eating Chinese food takeout, and Panda Express continued to expand on the West Coast. So right here, we have the combo B. We get two of the most iconic dishes, orange chicken and Beijing beef here. And we're gonna dig in and kind of rate it and see how that reflects the cultural mosaic on the West Coast.
Yeah, and it's quite interesting you say that, Randy, because I mean, I've got this little bit of the combo here, which is just a vegetarian option, and it is quite going to that West Coast feel of being able to have a somewhat healthy vegetarian meal, which, from what I understand, is very rare in traditional Chinese restaurants in China, and I can start to really understand why the West Coast is known for healthy food. Even at a chain restaurant, I can have this vegan option.
And coming from a Chinese background, it's also quite interesting to me how they make these changes to these traditional dishes. I can tell that this orange chicken here is influenced, or rather originated from